Thank you, Ian. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Wembley, one of the most iconic football stadiums in the world. We are under the giant arch tonight, and there is an invasion of nearly 7,000 Wales fans who are across from us in the corner to our right, a sea of red. Everywhere else in the three-tiered stadium, white shirts of England. The Wales team have had their photograph. They run over to applaud the travelling fans across from us. Is tonight going to be the night? Yes, it's a friendly. Yes, Belgium is more important in the grand scheme of things. But any game against England matters, and it really does matter tonight on a mild October evening. Wales all in red, with possibly their strongest possible team they could have played against the three Lions of England, who Craig Bellamy in the week has been lauding praise on for their squad depth and the talent that they have. Can they cause a shock this evening? Will Leighton James have a successor with another match winner this evening? A huddle of those in red in the middle of the Wales half. Some final important words from the captain, Ben Davies, who wins his 99th cap this evening. England are awaiting them to the left of the halfway line in the white shirts, the blue shorts and the white socks. 5 wins out of 5 for them in World Cup qualifying so far. Wales's journey to the World Cup has far more jeopardy, but all that goes out the window for the next 2 hours. It's going to be England to start the game. They will go from left to right in this first half, towards the end where those Wales fans are. Declan Rice waits to take the kick, and we are underway. Wales and England do battle again, and Pickford in yellow, the keeper, goes long straight away. Davies heads clear, and it's pinched by Dave Brooks, and he scampers forward, the Wales number 7, up to the midway point in the England half. Brooks hooks it over to Nico Williams. Wales in possession in the opening moments here, and they're back inside their own half now. So if you are just tuning into us here on BBC Radio Wales, the Wales team is Darlow in goal, Williams, Roden, Davies and De Silva. It's Cullen and Ampadu, and then Johnson, Wilson and Brooks. Kiefer Moore will lead the line up front as Brooks slips and gives England back possession. The England team is Pickford in goal, Concert, Gahey, Stones and Spence, Rice and Anderson, the sitters in midfield, Saka, Rodgers and Gordon, and Ollie Watkins up front. 1 minute gone at Wembley. England 0, Wales 0, as Gordon scuttles forward wide on the far left towards the edge of the penalty area, switches it crossfield to Saka. Down the line, this is Rodgers twisting and turning and trying to find Gordon. Is an early chance for England through the legs of Davies, and who does that touch last? It's going to go behind for an England corner in the opening 90 seconds.
Yeah, really good play that, Mark. Gordon just in behind, makes a lovely little dart and run in behind De Silva. De Silva just needs to get closer to Saka. For me, don't think you can allow Saka 6-7 yards. He hasn't got much time to press that ball, but he has to try and close that space down.
It's a great save from Darlow.
It is a great
save. Sticks his toe out. I think it was heading for that bottom corner. We were right behind it.
The corner will come in front of those Wales fans on the opposite side. Every Wales player back either in and around the penalty. It's high swinging outfield to Stones, who nods it down. Gahey has kept it in, and there's an early chance and an early goal. England take the lead. Morgan Rodgers in space in the penalty area, and it's the worst possible start for Wales at Wembley. 2.5 minutes on the watch, and England already get their noses in front. 1-0.
Yeah, it's a deep cross to the back post. Literally a free header back across, Mark. And then it's just the England players are so much quicker to react. Ball falls to Morgan Rodgers, and just sweeps it home, right-footed, but I have to say, I think Wales thought that ball was going to go out, and Gay reacted first and quickest, kept the ball in play.
Looked like we just stopped.
Yeah, Wales switched off
Expecting the ball to go out.
Yeah, they've switched off, expecting the ball to go out. And like I say, Gay, great reactions, gets the ball back across to his teammate. Morgan Rogers just sweeps it across his body, right-footed in the far corner. Too easy, that.
I mean, it's a tidy finish, but we're expecting the ball to go out. Everyone stood still, and he stood by himself in the 6-yard box.
That's well, what's killed them, Mark, is the fact that they've just switched off, thinking the ball's going out to play.
It's Wales down the other end trying to equalise straight away. Brooks, Ampadu switching it crossfield, and it's too high for Johnson and behind for a goal kick. 2 minutes and 11 seconds that goal is officially timed at, and it's Morgan Rogers' first goal for his country. And Wales could not have wished for a worse start at Wembley. Goal kick to England, 1-0 down at a ground where they haven't won in 48 years. And they haven't scored at in over 40 years. Spence in possession for England. The socks pulled up high over the knees. Goes back towards Pickford, who's in yellow, the England goalkeeper. And Wales are trying to press high.
Yeah, just De Silva just needs to be careful, because Saka's just, the two wingers, Gordon and Saka, just come off their flanks and came inside like strikers. De Silva was in two minds whether to go and press the ball, the Konza at the right back position, and as soon as he did, he was out of position and realised quickly, I need to get back. Can't be leaving a player like Saka free. They're causing themselves a few problems here, Wales, with working out the system they're playing against.
Craig Bellamy prowling along the edge of his technical area in the black trousers, the grey bomber jacket. He's watched his team concede a throw almost in front of him on this near side, which is the England right, and it's Konza of Aston Villa who will take the throw. Wales 1-0 down. It's short, it's neat though by Konza, and then switched across to Spence by Anderson. Ball's now wide left, and England race towards the penalty area. There's 3 white shirts in the box. It goes inside instead to Anderson. This is Rice and Spence, corner of the penalty area again. England toying with Wales at the moment, you feel, in these early moments, with that early goal from Rogers. Saka now on the right with the green boots. He's forced back though to the halfway line. And Craig Bellamy's kicking every single ball down on the touchline.
Yeah, you don't see it much if you're at home on TV, but that's really good from Wales. They were sat on the 18-yard line. As soon as the opportunity arose, they got themselves up into sort of that mid-block.
Stolen by Nico Williams on the halfway line, and he wants a foul, and he is going to get it. The officials are all from Switzerland. Urs Schneider is all in black. It took a while to give that one, but it's Nico Williams who can just relieve a little bit of the pressure as Wales try and get their composure back after that early goal by Morgan Rogers.
I think that's important for us, getting that composure back, really, because those lads out there, it's going to be tough, because you build up to the game, all the build up and everything that's gone into it, and the match prep, and then you can see that early. It's quite easy to go under in that moment, but as Blakey said, it looks like we were in good shape, a bit of a mid-block, and that would have been the game plan going into this. So that would frustrate Bellamy, because he'll know that's the game plan and we want to stick to it. But yeah, it's going to be at some point we're going to have to come out, but no, they look structured at the minute.
That's the voice of the former Wales striker Sam Vokes. Alongside me here at Wembley, Nathan Blake in our company as well. England lead by 1-0. This is Gordon with the blonde hair and the big black headband to keep it out of his eyes to Spence. And they're high up in Wales territory again, round the outside and to the byline, and it needs Williams to get the block in. And it's another England corner. We've only played just over 7 minutes, and again it will be in front of those travelling supporters, just short of 7,000. We are told it is a sellout in Wembley tonight, and as I peer up to the top tier, there are a few empty red seats. And Declan Rice will take the corner in front of those hostile Wales supporters. Every red shirt inside the penalty area. England taking their time with this corner. David Brooke races back and picks up the goal scorer Rodgers, and it comes low this time. Wales players get in each other's way but get it back out to Rice, and then he's made a real meal of that one, and it's a goal kick to Wales.
Don't see that often. I mean, I don't know what that was. Do you, Sam? Has he tried the outside of the foot?
I think he's tried something clever there, isn't he? But he's just
trying to lift. Left foot dinker. Left foot stick. He's put it in the rose head.
Well to find Rose Ed in here, wouldn't you?
Yeah, great defending though.
It's good to know that even the professionals can look like me on a five-a-side court
when
sometimes.
you see Tiger Woods duff one, right? It makes you feel great.
He's human after all. England lead Wales by 1-0. Belgium to come on Monday, another game that will be live here on BBC Radio Wales. We're also on the BBC Sounds app as well. Download that to your smartphone or tablet. You can take us out and about whatever you're doing tonight. And England are coming forward again on the left. Rice spins back on the corner of the penalty area. Backs to the wall stuff from Craig Bellamy's men in red at the moment. It's almost walking pace stuff from England, but they are organised. Switched off for the early goal, but Spencer's found a pocket of space again on the left, creeping towards the byline. There's no obvious pass, so it goes back to Rice. He kills it in, and Roden heads over his own crossbar for a third England corner.
Yeah, Wales have got to find a way to break up some of this play. England midfielders just sneaking in behind Wales, causing all sorts of problems. Wales have got to find a way to either press the ball or sit and explode onto the ball, try and win it back, create some counter-attacks. Can't just sit here for long periods and get the legs run off them.
A friendlier welcome on this side of the field from the England supporters for Declan Rice, and there'll be an outswinger with his right boot, one arm in the air from the man wearing the armband tonight. It's low to the edge of the box. It's blocked by Rodgers. Out to Anderson and back out to Rice, the taker on the near right side. Better ball in this time, but it's Roden who climbs highest to nod away. No one meets Saka on the other side. Another one into the penalty area, and it comes to the back post. They're queuing up here. Surely two, and it's tucked in on the line. It's Ollie Watkins. He couldn't miss, a yard out. Wales caught out again and concede a second inside 10 minutes, and they celebrate in front of the Wales supporters. The long wait for a win at Wembley is going to be continuing, because it's England 2, Wales 0.
Yeah, I mean, you could hear the Welsh fans who were screaming for someone to get out to stop the cross. It's just far too easy. The cross has come in, and again, it almost seems like Wales are asleep. The ball's come across the box, and I think Konsa could have headed in and missed it.
I mean, looking back at it now, it just looks a bit of a mess. I think we can't clear our lines to start off with. Bodies flying everywhere, and Watkins seems to be stood on the back stick, onside but unmarked, and an easy tap in from a yard. You won't score many easier than that.
No, and I think it was Ethan Ampadu. I just think he needed to get out to the ball quicker before the cross came back in. He didn't get there, and a few people missed the ball, and like I say,
I think the problem we've got there, so we've cleared our lines, so we've cleared the original corner, and as the ball's gone out, we haven't come out marking our men.
Kind of switched off again. Yeah.
Very static, very similar to the first goal.
Absolutely.
And when the ball's come back in, we haven't picked up our men. I'd be disappointed with that, because you come into these games and we look quite structured, to be honest, out of possession. We look like we're in a bit of a mid-block, and to concede two from second phase set pieces would be disappointing.
Yeah, and it's not like they're great goals or anything, right, Sam? There'll be goals I think Craig Bellamy would be so disappointed with. Because literally, I mean, the first goal is a big looping deep corner, header back across the box, ball going out, players switch off, and then the second one,
they've not had to work too hard, and they're 2-0 up
recycle
after 10
play,
minutes.
and then the cross comes in, and no one closing the ball down. Just need to step up, switch on, Wales.
7,000 Wales fans have been silenced and stunned. 12 and a half minutes gone. England got 5 in Belgrade in their last game. And they're on the attack again, and it's Saka on the near right side with Gordon in support. Saka might go himself, and Roden has to race across full stretch to make the tackle behind for yet another England corner.
Yeah, credit to Joe Roden. Read it well, got himself across, got his mate Silva out of all sorts of dramas there. Lovely slide tackle. It's too easy at the moment. Wales getting cut apart.
It's looking ominous, unfortunately.
It is.
The Wales fans who travelled in big numbers, all on their feet, as they have been since kick-off. And another England corner. Rice to take in front of us. So it's the near side, which is the England right, outswinger. Darlow came and stopped, and Wales are able to clear. And in fact, Wilson plays it off Anderson, and it's behind for a Wales goal kick.
You just need to settle down here, Wales. Regain some composure, understand the game plan. They've clearly not carried out what the manager would have wanted. Like I say, like Sam said, England not had to work hard for the goals. It's pretty straightforward.
And they go short from the goal kick, and De Silva's had his pocket pinched. Excellent from Saka, and he gallops forward on the right. Wales under pressure again of their own making. Saka kills it into the back post. It's away by Roden. Kiefer Moore then heads back into the penalty area for Davis to just hack into the sky. Wales cannot get out of their own half at the moment. That's a foul by Brooks on Konza.
Yeah, and if they do, Kiefer Moore is coming so deep that there's no outlet. So they're defending in a deep block, and the striker is probably at the top of that deep block. So any clearances, anything like that, if you win the ball back, you look up and there's no red shirts ahead of you.
Craig Bellamy said he wanted to play these high intensity games against the top nations to find out where they are. At the moment we're learning that Wales are not at that level yet. 2-0 England lead. Stones is able to acrobatically flick it out to the fullback with his heel. Saka going backwards, and Stones again, this time with the ball at his feet, switches it to the other side to Spence. It's all in and around the halfway line at the moment for England in the white shirts, as Wales just tried to draw breath.
I think it's really interesting looking at our press, and obviously look how we've set up for the game plan, because when the ball's high up and England have got it with the defenders and the goalkeeper, we look to get a full press on quite high up the pitch, and we kind of get to the midfield and we drop off, and it's kind of more of a block than a press.
The shadow in front,
and unfortunately that just allows them to kind of pick their passes.
Yeah,
that's loose from Rice, but it's retrieved by Konza, and Saka again attacks at De Silva. This time De Silva's up to the tackle, but it breaks into the penalty area. Rodgers with a spin and shoot, but it's a comfortable save on that occasion for Karl Darlow. But at the moment, particularly on this England right, Saka is terrorising Jay De Silva.
Yeah, I mean, he is one of the best wingers in the world. So
top of the Premier League against top of the Championship, Arsenal and Coventry.
Yeah, De Silva's going to have to really think about what he's doing.
And again, England pinch it. Wales don't get any further than the midway point of their own half. Wales are 2-0 down, and we've only played 16 minutes at Wembley. Saka in acres of space in the middle of the park, sprays it out to Spence, wide on the left. Low one into the box is nowhere near anyone in white. Wales are able to scramble it away, but Nico Williams is under pressure by his own corner flag, and all he can do is knock it out of play for a throw in front of those stunned Wales fans across from us, travelled in such numbers with such high hopes. Anyone who would listen, they tell them how much this game matters to them. It couldn't have started any worse. Throw in to England, who are looking for a third already. Wales trying to keep their heads above water. And there's a free kick to Wales. Did it strike the hand of Watkins as he tried to control it? In the right back position. There are 26 places between these two sides in the FIFA World Rankings. England in 4th. And Wales have not beaten a side ranked above them since beating Croatia 2 years ago. Fantastic performance that night in Cardiff. Well, they need another one on Monday for the qualifier with Belgium. That is the one that really matters for the World Cup. Rodgers and Brooks tangling, snapping at each other's heels, and Rodgers, who started the scoring, wins the free kick on the halfway line. And Wales have asked no questions yet of England going the other way. It's all been in the half of the field where we are situated, midway in the Wales half, probably actually in line with the edge of the penalty area of this vast three-tiered stadium.
I'm just watching Liam Cullen, keeps looking over his shoulder for Morgan Rodgers. Morgan Rodgers in a space where Ben Davies can pick him up. A little bit of communication there, and he can stop worrying and start looking forward and going to press what's in front of him rather than keep worrying what's behind him.
Yeah, I think you see Cullen and Ampadu kind of on the toes of the back four.
Yeah.
And as you say, that England are managing to find boys in the pockets, and I think that's what's causing us a bit of trouble. And Cullen's had a bit of frustration and kicked out on the last one and gave away a free kick. And I can imagine that frustration in there because you can't seem to get near them.
Well, it's great when he can see everything. He can see Rodgers ahead of him. As soon as Rodgers steps behind him, like now, he's in a sort of second striker position.
Wonderful skill from Gordon. Took three out there and races towards the box on this far left. Cutting in, he's trying to beat them all. Tees up Anderson, who's encouraged to shoot centrally. Blocked out to Rice. Now it's Konza. It's like the Alamo now. Saka cuts in and curls it. That is a corker from Bukayo Saka. And Wales are being buried here. Not even 20 minutes in, and England have already matched the 3 they got in Qatar in the World Cup. Wales simply cannot live with Thomas Tuchel's side. Saka with the best of the lot. England 3, Wales 0.
That's what's known as a worldie mark. Absolutely fantastic finish. We see it so often these days. Wingers on the opposite side. On that occasion, well, you could possibly say get to the ball a bit quicker. We said earlier, Saka's terrorising De Silva. They recycle the ball. Declan Rice, gets the ball wide. Saka cuts inside, takes a second touch, sort of lines up Brooksy, takes a second touch, and I don't think David Brooks is thinking he's going to be able to do what he does, but he's world class.
It is an unbelievable finish. We'll give him that. I mean, the only criticism you could say is we know what he is. He's left-footed, and as soon as he gets the ball, we know he's trying to do that. And David Brooks has allowed him to do that and come inside on his left. It's easier said than it is being down there, but maybe Sherman is right, keep him out wide, but you're talking about world-class talent in Saka there, and he's proven what he's doing in the Premier League week in, week out.
Absolutely, and even if you're trying to keep him wide, Sam, he's that good, he'll go inside when he wants. He's got the ball, he's sort of dictating to you rather than you dictating to him. Otherwise, you've got to show him on the right completely, and then he probably will go and clip one in for one of his teammates. He's that good a player. Sort of damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, but that kind of shows the position we're in. And
hamstring is that?
I think he went down the back of Konza's Achilles there. It's a free kick to England, as we saw some disconsolate Wales fans on the monitor in front of us. Craig Bellamy staring wide-eyed as well. They were 3-0 down in Belgium in June and launched an incredible comeback. But even the most ardent Wales supporters could not envisage a repeat.
I do.
I'll back you. Come on.
Come on, Sam.
It's the look on your face then.
Is that a positive we're taking from the 20 minutes? We did it in Belgium.
We believe it. Come on.
And every time we see a replay of the Saka goal, it just gets better.
It is a beautiful thing.
Incredible goal from England's number 7. And there are 1 or 2 Wales fans already making their way up the stairs to get a drink. It has been a wretched 22 minutes. Wales press high, but England manoeuvre it around them, and there always seems to be a white shirt in space. This time it's Spence over the halfway line, far left. Rice, and out towards Saka. This time De Silva nips in before him. But he could only just kick it downfield. No one in red is anywhere near it.
And even he went that, like, not half-hearted, he wasn't sure, but from our position, it looked like he could have made that and then counter-attacked, but where he's indecisive and worried about getting beat, he only went half-hearted and managed to get a toe on it.
This has been a steep learning curve for all involved, I think, on that field, the hallowed Wembley turf. And this is Mark Gahey. And John Stones winning his first cap under Thomas Tuchel. Anderson again, and Gahey again in the centre circle.
Morgan Rogers, he's causing so many problems because De Silva doesn't know whether to go with him or not. Stick with Saka. There he is again.
Gordon cutting in on that occasion, but the Wales players get hold of it before it reaches Rodgers. And this is Ampadu of Leeds United, and he's able to stop the ball dead and walk around as Wales just try and get a foothold in this game. They've been blown away by England in the opening 20 minutes of the game.
It's going to be difficult, but the only way to solve the Morgan Rogers problem is Ben Davies stepping in, but then he's got to make sure that the other three defenders step up with him. So he's stepping into, not midfield, because Rogers is behind Cullen, but he's going to have to step up really close and press the pitch. Otherwise, Morgan Rogers is just going to keep exploiting that.
It's with Darlow, who's actually midway inside the Wales half as they try and slow the game down, and then De Silva's horrible night continues. He slips with no one near him. That's the cheers you heard, and it gives England a throw.
I mean, it's easier said than done, but we really need a phase and a spell on the ball. And look, we tried to stand up there, slow the game down a little bit, and it's kind of individual mistakes again there that allow the ball back into England's possession. But even out of possession, England, I can see Elliot Anderson, he's on Kiefer Moore's toes, which doesn't allow us the outball that we sometimes use in Kiefer to kind of go a bit longer and take the pressure off.
It's the voice of Sam Vokes with us here on BBC Radio Wales. We're on air until 10 o'clock tonight as Wales try to get back in the game somehow. Roden wins a throw. I thought he clipped it straight out. He got a nick off an England player along the way. And this is Ampadu again, but England are all over them here, forcing Wales back to their own corner flag. Roden just clears. Wilson can only flick it on and only find an England shirt. And David Brooks on this near side just getting some instructions from Craig Bellamy as he perhaps tweaks the system slightly. They've been all at sea. Spence over the halfway line, winning only his second cap for England. Anderson, he and Rice are controlling this game in the middle of midfield.
I do love that story of Spence, what he's done as a player. He's been really treated greatly when he first went to Tottenham, but to see him in an England shirt now, it shows immense strength and character of a player.
And here he is again, the first Muslim to win a cap for the England men's team. Finds Gordon, who spins to the corner of the box and cuts in from the far left. I think he's fouled off the ball, and the referee right there on the spot and gives a free kick and gives a yellow card to Nico Williams. And this is within range, within Declan Rice range, to the left of centre, maybe 10 yards outside the penalty area. And maybe Wales' troubles in this first half are not done yet.
Bit of frustration in that tackle, I think, from Nico. It's showing him inside, he's not really going anywhere, we're in good shape, and he just lunges out and then creates another chance for him, a good position from a free kick.
And Nico Williams, in fact, winning his 50th Wales cap this evening, and he's cautioned on his big day. And there are 3 England players in discussion here for this free kick, joined as well by Mark Gahey in front of those shell-shocked Wales supporters. Carl Darlow with his back against the post tries desperately to organise the wall, and the England fans clap their hands in expectation here. Declan Rice is the only player striking this. We saw in the Champions League last season his ability from this kind of range. And he stands poised with the socks over the knees, a little bit of mud on top of those white socks, and he'll crack this right-footed. Rice over the wall and over the bar. Darlow at full stretch, wasn't sure. Goal kick to Wales. It remains at just 3-0.
Yeah, I don't think it's... I mean, I know it's the way of football now is to play out from your 6-yard box, but we haven't been able to get near to the halfway line yet.
I'd love to see a heat map. The game has been played pretty much exclusively in the Wales half in this first half at Wembley.
I know it kind of shows a weakness when you change your tactic, but, you know, it's either change your tactic a little or, you know, keep doing the same thing, expect a different result. It's not going to happen.
That's the reason we got Kiefer out there, I think, is to do that sometimes. And he gives us that option to go a bit longer and to change it up, because at the minute, trying to pass out and find it into his feet's not working, because Elliot Anderson and Rice in front of him are doing a great job.
And here is Kiefer Moore, speak of the devil, gets it over the halfway line to Johnson. Barely touched the ball in these opening 28 minutes, but all the England players file back into position, and it's walking pace from Ampadu in the centre circle. But I think Wales will take that. They've been under the cosh for the entirety of this game so far. They trail by 3 goals to 0. Rodgers, Watkins and Saka, and Darlow again way out of his penalty area, midway point, with the ball at his feet in this green goalkeeping kit with a splash of yellow on the chest. And they are playing it around between the defenders and the goalkeeper, and this time they get it up to the halfway line. Brooks, and then England just nick it away, and there's a foul there. Saka tugged back.
Liam Callum just needs to be careful. It's his second and third foul in the last 15-20 minutes. I know it's a friendly, but the referee has already shown he will book people.
At the moment you think, thank goodness it's only a friendly.
Wow, doesn't feel like a friendly.
England-Wales is never a friendly, is it?
Absolutely. Well, it is today. It's not easy.
It's never a friendly, apart from when it is. This is Spence for England. The scoreline is no laughing matter, that's for certain. And you would imagine we'd see some changes at some point, with Belgium looming large on Monday. And this is Stones over the halfway line. Those long legs of his finds Saka, who is the tormentor-in-chief at the moment. Wanders inside, gets it back from Konza. A really poor pass. And Kiefer Moore has it, but he's the furthest Wales player up the field, and he's inside his own half. So they have to go backwards to Davis, and now to Roden, and now the keeper Darlow as well. More high pressure from England. And they pass it around, and then they get anywhere near the halfway line, and England just gobble it back up. They just cannot get out of their own half. They cannot land any sort of blow.
I think you have to play from back to front sometimes.
That's a fantastic ball from Spence to Gordon, wide on the right, and there's numbers, and he's overrun it.
Open the gate.
Goal kick. A stroke of luck which they will take, because that was a dangerous position for England. Craig Bellamy said in the week that with all the resources that England have compared to Wales, if you were a boxing promoter, this would not be a contest. Well, those words are ringing true at the moment. It's England 3, Wales 0, with a rather long 13 minutes plus stoppage time to half-time. But can Wales get a foothold? They scored late in that first half in Brussels in June when they were 3-0 down, and we thought again on that occasion they'd be blown away. Ampadu goes long, looking for Johnson. Spence is able to head away, but the loose ball drops to Wilson. Back heel to Williams, midway in the England half, and a crossing position for Nico Williams on the far right. Ampadu to the edge of the penalty area, tried to slide it through for Kiefer Moore, and only finds Konza, and back to Pickford. But that was better from Wales. They had some field position for what feels like the first time in the game.
Yeah, but this is where England is dangerous. Wales trying to press hard.
Pickford almost caught in possession there by Wilson.
But they're away, right?
In literally the nick of time from the Everton keeper. And England are able to saunter up towards the halfway line. Thomas Tuchel not happy with something there, despite the fact his team lead comprehensively. Now they play Latvia away. That's Tuesday next week. And that's infield. And Rice has found space, as has Saka. Right in front of us. Races towards De Silva again, teasing him one way, then the next, cutting in. It's blocked only as far as Konza. He thought about a shot for a second. Every Wales player on the edge of the box trying to keep England at bay desperately. Anderson then is going to line one up, is he? Shapes to shoot and finds Gordon, who wanders through. Saka and Gordon get each other's way. Saka has to move back out of the penalty area. Brooks gets a touch, but it's straight to a white shirt. Wales defending desperately to keep it at 3. Gahey on the halfway line now. Brooks thinks he can pinch it, and he can on the halfway line. Can he find Wilson? He's drilled it into the legs. Oh, Kiefer Moore's kept it alive, and Kiefer Moore's taken out by Gahey. And this is a free kick for Wales in the England half, and that's a yellow card for Mark Gahey.
So we call a professional foul. He knows Jed Spence's out of position as well behind him. Doesn't take any chances. Accepts the yellow card. Just takes out his opponent. Stops the game. Stops any counter-attack. So we call taking one for the team.
Started with a good win from Brooks. I think we looked patient in our defending. Jay De Silva looked down here, looked like he'd almost got an eye on, got a hand on Saka, managed to defend it, and we looked patient, looked like we were in a block, and then Brooks managed to step out and win the ball higher up. It's a bit of positivity, and we're actually looking to our left for once from this commentary position. Haven't looked to our left much this half.
For all we know, Jordan Pickford could have gone off and got a hot dog or something while the game's been at the other end.
Yeah, no.
But he'll have work to do here. From the short free kick, De Silva high into the penalty area. Davis and Moore underneath it, heads it across the edge of the box, comes out to De Silva, and he never really was able to get the ball down. Roden has to make a tackle. Referee gives the free kick as England were going to sweep away with a numerical advantage. It comes to nothing in the end.
Yeah, I know it sounds pretty straightforward, but it was just a long crossfield ball by De Silva, right? And Kiefer Moore wins the header. You know, just try and play off him. Just try and play that sort of that other way of playing, that more direct style. That's what you've got the big man in there for.
Yeah, 100%, and I agree with you on that, because I think that's where our threat's going to come from today. We're not going to pass it through them. We're not going to play this beautiful, lovely style of football that some people might want to see. And sometimes we might have to hit Kiefer Moore in a dive like that and work on the seconds. And when it does drop in the box, we might find ourselves a chance off that. And look, we've done it in the past, and we've got some important goals late on in games from that. So I think that's a weapon that we can use, because at the minute we can't seem to pass our way through.
Well, no one can speak better than yourself, Sam. 2016, right? What we've done to Belgium. Like I say, I was amongst people who never gave us a chance.
Yeah, and look, I think when I watch a Wales squad or a team myself, I like to see us have that focal point at the top of the pitch. I played that for a while for Wales, and I think that's when we look at our best sometimes. And we've got a Kiefer Moore on the pitch, and we can hit him and get our boys around him. The Harry Wilsons, the David Brooks, Brennan Johnsons, they're the people we want in and around him, picking up seconds. So look, it might be something we look at half time. I don't know if this game is going to develop, and we might have half an eye on Belgium come half time or 16 minutes, but if we want to get ourselves back into it, I think that's the way forward at the moment.
That's the voices of Sam Vokes and Nathan Blake here on BBC Radio Wales. There are 9 minutes left of the first half. England 3, Wales 0, which is exactly the same scoreline on Wales's last visit here in an empty stadium in the middle of COVID in 2020, and at the World Cup in Qatar in 2022. And Wales are having more defending to do. Gahey is in possession just inside the Welsh half. Wales move their line-up further as England go backwards, and there are Wales substitutes warming up in the orange bibs in front of us. It's switched cross-field, and De Silva wins the header. Saka, though, gets to the loose ball. Anderson now. Rogers tries to slide it through, looked like he was offside, pulls it across goal, the flag stays down, and then it does go up. They've got to keep it down these days, of course, because there is VAR tonight.
I actually thought he wasn't up with play for a bit there. It looked like he was behind play.
Honestly, I can't stand that rule. And I'm playing in it at the moment as well, and it's just put your flag up. Everyone's seen it in the ground.
And it wasn't a close one, was it? It was a good 5 yards offside. So it's a Wales free kick, and it's inside the penalty area.
There we go. I think they've listened to us.
Everyone races upfield. It's going to go along to the big man. Sam Vokes and Nathan Blake have a hotline to Craig Bellamy, clearly. England head it back towards Davis, the Wales captain. And Rogers has beaten Ampadu to the ball. This is Watkins, scorer of England's second. Looking for Saka. Oh, he's taken on well by Concert, and he curls it high, and it's past everyone, in fact. Spence will do well to keep it on the far side of the field, and he does. He finds Gordon, and that's another whipped one in, looking for Watkins. Wales are able to get the header in at the last minute, out only as far as Anderson. Again he shapes to shoot, encouraged by the crowd, goes infield to Gordon. All on the edge of the Wales box, every red shirt behind the ball. Stones out to Konsa, level the edge of the box on this near right. Saka offers support into Rogers, down the line, wonderful stuff. Oh, how's he missed that? At the back post, no more than a yard or two out, and Ollie Watkins has put it high and wide. He's collided with the post and hurt himself in the process.
Yeah, let's hope he's okay, because that's his knee as well.
And there's some concern here. Two England teammates frantically waving to the physios to race on. He is writhing around in pain, Ollie Watkins. And whilst they treat him, we'll see a replay. That was a really bad miss. That could have been 4, and the stretcher's coming out as well.
I mean, it was a bad miss, but it looked like a naughty one against that post as well.
Another post now, don't they have and they shaped into a point, sort of oval.
Yeah, it's not. It didn't look like a nice one.
No, not at all.
But again, going back to it, unfortunately, too easy from a Wales point of view. Some good work down here on the right hand side, but this right hand side seems to be a problem for us in this first half.
Well, he's still having treatment. The stretcher is coming round to meet him, and on the monitor in front of us we haven't seen a single replay, which may suggest that it's a bad one. It is England 3, Wales 0 if you're just joining us. Morgan Rogers with the opener after 2 minutes and 11 seconds. Watkins, who's the stricken England player, in the 6-yard box, and then a wonderful curling effort by Bukayo Saka. And Wales now have to regroup, and Craig Bellamy gets the first early crack at his half-time team talk, and Watkins is actually now back on his feet as Craig Bellamy is surrounded by the majority of his Wales players and passing on some instructions.
I think you probably look at half-time, probably look at Lawler coming into that centre back. I would put Davis on Saka. That experience, obviously gone head-to-head plenty of times before in club football, but I'm afraid it's just overwhelming. Jimmy De Silva. Saka's just too good a player, causing him all sorts of problems, and then runners off midfield players. This is a real world-class outfit you're dealing with. You have to be on point all the time.
Well, it looks like Watkins is going to be able to continue because he's walking up on the opposite side. So England are down to 10 players momentarily, and we did finally see a replay.
I didn't want to say it, but it might be half that. You missed the chance. That makes that injury worse.
What would make you say that, mate? You haven't had one before, have you?
No.
You two have never missed anything like that.
Well, no. You roll a bit around a bit extra to get the sympathy. So people forget about the miss, right?
Yeah, I think it's fair to say he kicked the ball before he hit the post, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, this is Brooks for Wales, who have a numerical advantage for the time being. He's on the other side. He banged his knee against that post. It's with Roden in the centre circle. He's still stretching his left leg out as Wales come with Brooks into the penalty area. Hooked away, but out only as far as Wilson. Cuts it, he might shoot, and he does, but it's comfortably over the bar. That is Wales' first effort on goal in the 43rd minute. And Watkins is back on. Goal kick to England.
Yeah, Harry Wilson picks up a position there. We know he can do it from there in the past. But positive, obviously they were down to 10 men at the time. We've got the ball in the box and picked up seconds. But yeah, look, we've had an effort.
It's a starting point. We've seen incredible recoveries in all sorts of football games. As England take the goal kick short, Wales will be looking for one of their own in the second half. And it's stolen by Johnson as England are caught playing out this time. Wide on the far right, back to Williams. Thought about going back towards the halfway line, but spins back out. Johnson in possession again, crosses. Looking for Cullitz, go all the way to the other side. This is Brooks, and Kiefer Moore getting in on the penalty area. Scrambled away by England, only as far as Brooks. His shot deflects high into the air. It's bouncing around that penalty area. Who's going to get hold of the ball? England get it clear. It's Ampadu. He tries to shoot. It deflects out to Brooks again on the left. Curling cross towards the back post. Spence then heads away. Watkins holds up. Wales win it again. High into the air, but it's Saka. And it's England's turn to scuff it. This is Roden. It's all in the England half all of a sudden. Final 45 seconds of the first half. Stoppage time to come. De Silva back to Davis in the centre circle and all the way back to Darlow. But that was easily Wales' best passage of play. De Silva plays a loose pass. Has to race back to retrieve his error and does. And Darlow now with the ball at his feet in the 6-yard box, and England have given up the press now, and the fourth official is making his way from the dugouts, which is set quite a far way back from this near touchline. He's got the board in hand, and this is Ben Davies. There will only be 2 minutes of added time at the end of the first half. England 3, Wales 0 in this friendly at Wembley here, live on BBC Radio Wales and the BBC Sounds app on your smartphone or tablet. Can Wales get something before half time?
Well, it was nice to see a bit of pressure from Wales. Created a couple of half chances there through Kiefer Moore and David Brooks. Seems to put a bit of pressure on them in the last 2 minutes of this half.
And the ball's now by the corner flag, England's corner flag. Spence deals with it under pressure from Wilson, and England clear up to Watkins. He's able to bring in Anderson, and they're galloping forward again, and once more it's this near right side. Saka in space towards the edge of the box. He cuts in, crosses, Roden heads away. Kiefer Moore holds it up, turns but runs into traffic. 1 minute left of the 2 added minutes. Wales do not want to concede a fourth before half time. Gordon turns Nico Williams inside out, but then the Forest man gets back with a tackle, and it's behind for England's 5th corner of this first half as they search for goal number 4.
That was better defending. Nico Williams, he go for the dummy. Gordon and managed to block the cross. Wales just need to deal with this corner now before half time, get themselves in, refresh, get back to the game plan, or change the game plan or adjust it if need be.
This might be the last action of this first half. England corner from the far left, curling one, and a free header, and he's put it wide. In fact, it got a touch before it reached Gahey off a Welsh head. No, it is a goal kick, so it was a miss from Gahey. No one was really sure what was going on there.
It's flicked on by a Welsh player and then flicked off Gahey's head.
But he was arriving at the back post in space a couple of yards out. It seemed to be just falling onto his head.
It was, yeah.
And it's off Davis, and then off the shoulder of Gahey.
Yeah, if Davis doesn't make that as a goal.
Absolutely, and there is the half-time whistle. Craig Bellamy has serious work to do in the bowels of this iconic stadium at half-time, because they've been blown away by England's quality in the opening 20 minutes. It's going to be a long second half unless they can find an improvement, because at half-time, thanks to goal from Rodgers, Watkins and Saka, England are blowing Wales away. It is England 3, Wales 0. Well, I didn't think I'd spend my half-time interval looking up Wales's heaviest defeats against England.
9-1.
9-1. I tip my cap to you, Nathan Blake.
Come on, boys, we're not there. We're not there.
It's 3-0. We're back underway. Wales start the game once more, all in red. This time going from left to right, as the stadium still has plenty of empty red seats, with people making their way back in from the concourses. England attacking in white. This is Spence trying a curling effort. It's headed away by Cullen, and it will trickle out of play for a throw by the corner flag on the other side. Just confirmation as well that England substitution at half-time was Ollie Watkins off and Marcus Rashford on. So a slight rejig in the forward line for England, and of course as well the players in the second half are playing without their names on the back of the shirt. This is because it's an Alzheimer's International, as they try and raise awareness of the brain condition. They had 22 fans accompany them onto the pitch before the game who were living with dementia. And this is Rashford for England. Just over a minute gone in the second half. So Wales once more have Darlow in goal, Williams, Roden, Davis and De Silva. It's then Cullen and Ampadu, Johnson, Wilson and Brooks. Kiefer Moore up front. This is Spence for England. And their team is Pickford in goal, Konsa, Gahey, Stones and Spence. It's Rice and Anderson. And now it's Saka, Rodgers and Rashford, and Anthony Gordon has gone to play as the central striker in this second half. Yeah. England in possession, 3-0 ahead. Nathan Blake.
Great spot, Mark. And that's what they've been doing. Gordon or Saka coming in and playing in that second striker role. And what's happening is Rodgers is stepping in also. And it's leaving Saka, if he stays out wide right, if Rodgers steps in and Gordon goes across, it's leaving Saka on his own out wide.
And he's in acres of space, but the ball's gone the other side to Rice on this near left. England up to the corner of the penalty. This is Rashford, and he will gallop and he'll fly past Roden, but just enough of a touch from the Wales defender, and that's a free kick on the edge of the penalty area as Nico Williams is felled. The Wales simply have to score the next goal to keep this in any sort of contest.
Yeah, so when they're doing the setup with Saka wide, Rodgers in, Gordon across, what's happening is Wales are often 3v1 or 3v2, and I don't think they can afford to have a spare man. Well, Davis is coming too far across sometimes.
This is Brennan Johnson with his Spurs teammate Spence, and the flag again goes up late. It's an offside flag against Brennan Johnson, as the two Tottenham players contested that one. And England take it and move up to the halfway line with Rice and Anderson, the two holding midfielders in tandem.
And they'll change a bit, sorry Mark, with Gordon going up the middle now, Rashford on one side, Saka on the other. You've got three players who all play wide and play down the middle. So expect a lot of rotation from them three.
Now the Wales substitutes, some of whom are warming up. King and Davis, the goalkeepers, Mepham, Kumas, the Colwill brothers, as that one goes long and behind for a goal kick. Cabango, Jordan James, Harris Thomas, Isaac Davis, Sheehan, Broadhead, Capaccio and Lawler. And for England, who made one change, the keepers are Henderson and Trafford, Lewis Skelly, Henderson, Kane, Eze, Byrne, Gibbs-White, Loftus-Cheek, Bowen, Kwanzaa and O'Reilly. Wales in possession. In the first half they'd already conceded a goal by this time, 4 minutes after the restart. This is Anderson in the halfway line, just evades a bit of trouble of the red-shirted press. And Gahey, and Wembley is still filling up those concourses must be jam-packed. It is a sellout tonight. 7,000 or just short of it have made the journey from Wales, and they've had absolutely nothing to cheer about so far.
Yeah, they'll be disappointed, Mark, with that. Travelling 2 hours, sometimes 3, and 4. I think they would have expected a bit more from Wales, but I look and think the system that England are playing, Wales have just not got the grips with it. Not at all.
Almost a piercing pass through for, I think that was Rodgers, who's picked up by Ben Davies in the nick of time. Oh, that's poor from Cullen, and England race away. It's Gordon into the box, trying to square it at the back post, but a timely interception from Roden behind for an England corner.
Again, causing our own problems there. Sloppy from Cullen, really, and it just allows them to bring that momentum on our back line again and create more chances. And yeah, the more it keeps going like this and the momentum changes, it's just going to frustrate Bellamy, I'm sure. And you can see the boys warming up beneath us here. They'll be desperate to get on the pitch, from the young lads.
Well, Wembley is a place where dreams often come true. It's been stuff of nightmares so far for Wales. Corner, the first of the second half, England's 6th overall. And it's taken short by Rice. And Wales think he was offside as it went back to him. Saka is in space on the edge of the box, and in the box there's more space. They've hit the crossbar.
He's just not reacting.
It's Rodgers, and he had loads of room in there.
Just didn't react to the short corner.
And goes out for a throw on the near side, which Wales take quickly. Only one man went out there, and that could easily have been 4-0. Morgan Rodgers rattles the crossbar, and well, they're showing a replay of the short corner. Wales appealed for offside. He did look it on that replay.
Look, it's still on the same line, right? It's still like a yard outside the 6-yard box.
Yeah, again, very frustrating from a set piece. Very static. No one reacting to the pass into midfield, into the centre of the goal. And Rodgers has just stood there again in the 6-yard box by himself. I
mean, I'm not expecting the back line or that line from the corner to move up 5 yards, but as soon as it goes back like half a yard, you just got to shift.
But what you got to do, it's important in that, and you get told all the time, is if you come out marking. And you get hold of your man.
Absolutely.
Half a chance there for Wales. Brooks was trying to thread it through for Wilson. It was off target. And Wales's wretched record in away friendlies is continuing. I said before the game, they have not won an away friendly since 2008 when Craig Bellamy scored against Denmark. As England attack, and it goes out of play for a throw. And since that victory, they have played in 14 matches and only scored 1 goal. Can either of you give me the name of the person who scored that goal in an away friendly?
What year?
2009.
Gotta be Bale.
No, the man sat next to you. Sam Vokes in Montenegro.
Oh, wow. That's how much we know. Wow. That's how much footballers follow their own careers. I do know one man who knows every detail of his own career, but we'll leave that for another day. And he's not sat here right now.
That was the iconic Sam Vokes goal in Montenegro.
You set us up. It
was going to be one of us, wasn't it?
Dumb and Dumber, right?
when I discovered that this afternoon, I was right, when can I pick my moment to bring that one up?
And you've absolutely
just absolutely crushed it.
Montenegro away, I remember it well.
Yeah.
A 2-1 defeat, August 2009.
Sam Ricketts cross, there you go, I'll give you the assist.
There we go.
I do remember it.
It's 3-0 in 2025 at Wembley, and that's a loose pass by Joe Roden out for an England throw. Wales against Belgium is the big one on Monday. We are live from 7 o'clock on BBC Radio Wales and BBC Sounds. It's also on BBC One television, and that one really matters. And the big game in Wales's group is tomorrow in Ghent. Belgium against North Macedonia. Any sort of result for North Macedonia would blow the group wide open once more. This is Williams at Wembley for Wales. This is Kiefer Moore in the centre circle. Out to Brooks. Wide on the left in front of those fans, and the stadium is just about now full once more. It's taken nearly 10 minutes for everyone to get back in their seats. This three-tiered stadium, the huge arch high above us. We are directly below the Royal Box.
I think what will hurt Craig most is, he's had a lot of praise heaped on him for tactical and being a student of the game, and tonight Wales don't look like they've even got out the first gear. They just didn't start the game well. Like we said earlier, two pretty poor goals, the third bit of a worldie, but tactically it's just they've been nowhere near it.
No, and I think
that's so much better than this.
And that's the hard thing, because goals are goals, right, in the game, but we haven't really laid a glove on them, have we?
No.
And we haven't been able to, because we haven't had the ball, and when we have had the ball, we've been sloppy in possession, I feel. What we need is phases like this, really, that we're having right now, and keeping the ball and working chances.
Well, Williams crosses it into the back post. There's a man at the back. It's Brooks. It's a fine save into the air. Keeper Moore battling for it. It's onto the roof of the England goal. Wales's first effort on target. Brooks pulls his red shirt over his head. That's a fine save from Pickford. A great volley, and there's an England player down injured in the 6-yard box.
Yeah, it's brilliant play from Wales. Sam had literally just said we haven't had these sort of phases of play. First time we've seen a phase of play from Wales in probably 55 minutes. Again, Brooks goes to the side foot, and that's why they say he's one of England's all-time greats. Pickford just reacts well, gets his left leg down. Keeper Moore, he's challenged by two players, he's never going to get that down, but much better from Wales.
Yeah, much better, and I think David Brooks he'll be frustrated, and you can see it there. He's put his shirt over his head in frustration because he'll want to score there from that position, obviously by himself at the back stick, but he's done everything he can, really. Put it back across goal, got a solid contact on it, but just needed to guide it away from Pickford. It was a good reaction save, and positive start to the second half, because we needed to see something like that, really. I think that's our first shot on target, and it was well worked down this right hand side, and you'd back Brooksy in that position, to be totally honest with you, normally.
He always hit the target, winning on 99 times that they were injured.
It's Stones who's down and has been hauled back up to his feet as he desperately tried to get to the rebound after the save by the feet from Pickford. Chris Mepham is one of a number of Wales players who've come back from their warm-up. I'm just looking to see if they're taking the orange bibs off. No, they're sitting back down. So Craig Bellamy resisting the temptation to make changes. England down to 10 players momentarily. And again, Stones, like Watkins in the first half, has to walk round the corner flag on the opposite side in front of those travelling Wales supporters who are offering him absolutely no sympathy at all. And we will restart with an England goal kick. If you weren't with us in the first half, Morgan Rogers put England ahead after 2 minutes and 11 seconds. Ollie Watkins after 11 minutes. And then a superb curling effort from Bukayo Saka after 20. Wales have had simply no answer so far to Thomas Tuchel's side here at Wembley. This is Jed Spence exchanging passes with the half-time substitute Rashford. And this is Stones now who's back on the field. So it's 11 v 11 once more, and we're ticking towards the hour mark on this mild Thursday night in northwest London. We're on air until 10 o'clock tonight on BBC Radio Wales when Larry Shawn takes over. We'll try and bring your reaction before we go off air. Anything you don't hear, Radio Wales Breakfast tomorrow from 7 o'clock with Ollie Hides and Catherine Helleth. This is Saka down the line for the underlapping fullback of Konza, and it's across Roden, knocks it out. A play for a throw on the opposite side to us at Wembley.
Saka. I remember watching him as a kid. I'm still a kid now, but when he first got on the Arsenal's first team, how reliant they were upon him. He's just grown from there. He's an absolute world beater.
And England are camped in Wales's half once more. Spence, long legs, gets it out to Rashford. Gahey, all midway in the Wales half. The red shirts in their banks as England try and thread the ball through them. Rice now to Spence, again on the near right, plays a 1-2, runs into Ampadu. Moore then smashes it against Spence, who keeps going and wins it, and now it's out to Saka, corner of the box on the right. Step over as he takes on De Silva, who then gets the block behind for a corner.
Yeah, if you just watch that passes and play, Declan Rice just sucks Ethan Ampadu in, and then the flashes behind him. Even though the ball goes the opposite way, it's those sorts of problems that Wales have struggled with all night. Midfield is running beyond them.
Yeah, I think the class difference has been evident, especially in this first 60 minutes. Even in the start of the second half, it looked like Wales were getting quite a good press on, but the class is there to be seen from England. They're playing out from it and ending up with chances and corners and set pieces, which has caused us a bit of trouble so far.
3 Wales substitutes are being prepared as we wait for this corner. It's short from Rice this time. Wales are alert to it. On the far right, Anderson curls it into the box. Roden climbs highest, the Leeds man. Still the danger not away. Gordon into the box once more. Kiefer Moore heads clear. Every red shirt inside the penalty area as it drops to Saka now, this time on the near left. Him and Rashford play first time passes to one another. And now it's Rice on the halfway line. Spence. I think there's a 4th Wales player waiting to come on. There is. Mepham, Sheehan, Jordan James, and I think Ronan Capaccio as well will all be coming on imminently for Craig Bellamy's men in red. Now Brennan Johnson has fouled Jed Spence just inside the Wales half. It is 3-0 here on BBC Radio Wales. It is a friendly match. The qualifier with Belgium to come on Monday. As England look for the captain Rice, who can have about 5 or 6 touches to bring it under, and he finds Anderson in the box, charges forward, but he is forced away from goal on this near byline. Spence is pretty much by the corner flag.
And it's a striker chasing him because Liam Cullen is alongside the back 4. He's sat into the back 4, you see. It's too deep.
And the Wales players, the substitutes, have eventually made their way down the stairs and are going to come on the next time the ball goes out. And it's Brooks actually who wins it for Wales on the edge of his own penalty area. He twists one way and actually gets De Silva, and he looks for Wilson, but he should have played the ball quicker. Wilson knew he was offside, so he has to leave it. Goes all the way through to Pickford.
Do you know when they say in football about talking? Games like this, your communication has to be so sharp, because sometimes you're out of breath in a game and you can't get the information out quick enough. Yeah. It's so important. You know, we tell young players all the time to talk and give information. You know, games like this it highlights just how important it is and how quickly sometimes you have to give that information to your teammate.
Yeah, no, it's key, and passing on that message, because the way we talked about the class of England and the way they're moving and the free-flowing football they're playing at the minute, is a lot of it for us has been out of possession. And when you are out of possession, you need your mate telling you next to you what your job is, and you need to be helping your mate out, because it can be a lonely afternoon if you don't, trust me.
Here come the changes for Wales. Davis, Wilson, Ampadu and Nico Williams are all coming off, and on come Mepham, Sheehan, Jordan James and Ronan Capaccio. Just past the hour mark. As some of the big hitters who are likely to play in Cardiff on Monday night get a breather. And they will need it, won't they, gentlemen? Because they have been chasing that ball pretty much all of these 63 minutes.
Yeah, the worry is now the younger lads with less experience, you go and lose another 3 goals. That is the worry. So it's a bit of a catch-22 for Craig. But he has to put fresh legs on. But, you know, if you look at the 2 squads and the substitutions, you know, we've got Championship and League One players. And England are just full of Premier League stars and players.
That noise you can hear in the background is the Wales supporters We're hearing them pretty much for the first time since the game started. They had the wind taken out of their sails with that early goal as England attack on the halfway line. There is one home nation in World Cup qualifying action tonight. That's Scotland. They've just fallen behind at home to Greece, 1-0. As the Wales fans are jumping around, waving their scarves and their shirts and enjoying themselves at Wembley despite the scoreline, which is 3-0 in England's favour, and the home side in their white shirts, blue shorts and white socks with the ball under their control in the centre circle. Scotland have equalised almost straight away at Hampden Park, 1-1 in that qualifier. This is a friendly, and this is England and Saka coming forward to the edge of the box, facing up against De Silva once more, beats him, crosses it in, headed away by Wales, volleyed further clear by Johnson. It was Roden who got that timely touch. Anderson though has managed to wriggle away. Saka once more. Gordon gets it back. All the red shirts behind the ball once more.
Anderson and Declan Rice partnership in central mid. That's really, really good. Anderson, brilliant player. Allows Declan Rice to get forward confidently as well. Keeps a good shape, very physical, good player on the ball, can run, athletic, a bit of everything.
They're still jumping away over there. There's one or two England fans in the tiers above us throwing down paper aeroplanes. There hasn't been any jeopardy in this match from an England point of view. They went ahead so early. Wales would love to get a goal, but it's England who look more likely to go the next one. This is Saka. De Silva's got back, Saka's cutting in, the shot takes the deflection off De Silva and will go out of play for a corner to England on this near side. That's 8 and counting in their favour.
Yep, Saka's causing us all sorts of trouble down that right hand side. We mentioned it in the first half and it's just continued again. Tough evening, it's fair to say, for Jay De Silva out there against one of the Premier League greats at the minute, but
just a lovely simple run, wasn't it, Sam? Just
it was a
drop
very
short and then run in behind.
Yeah.
Old school, you know.
You've done that many times in your past.
Yeah, from years and years and years ago. I taught that at 17, 16, 17. It's a classic, works every time.
Well, more and more of those Wales fans are joining in. They've got from the corner flag pretty much up to the halfway line across them as England take this corner down the other end, high towards the back post. Free header, was there a push in there? Yes, says the Swiss referee, and it's a free kick to Wales.
I mean, looking at that red ball, you wouldn't know who was 3-0 up and who was 3-0 down,
That's
would you?
why I love them, mate.
Some of them have taken their shirts off as well. It is that mild.
Yeah, well, they've come all this way, 2-3 hours, like I said earlier. So, yes, we haven't seen the result we want. Games are over yet. Still time to get a goal, possibly 2, or even concede 1 or 2. But enjoy yourselves.
They're having a party, aren't they?
Yes, that's them all over. Wales away.
That's why we come to football, to enjoy ourselves.
Absolutely.
And they are having a ball out there. And some of the England fans are looking at them a little bit bemused.
Yeah, well, that's Wales.
They're
right?
getting louder and louder.
Yeah, it started something and it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. That is Wales all over.
And they're waving the red, white and green flags too as Pickford clears for England straight out of play. It's going to be England's turn to make some substitutions now. Always a commentator's nightmare when 4 of them are coming on.
No names on the back either.
Exactly, thanks very much. Rice on. Anderson, Rice off, Anderson off. Henderson is coming on. Ruben Loftus-Cheek is coming on. Saka is going off. Some good news at last for Jay De Silva. Jared Bowen on. And Morgan Gibbs-White is also coming on. The no names on the back of the shirt in the second half is absolutely killing me here.
Morgan Rogers, Saka.
Morgan Rogers, thank you.
Saka.
You could tell by the blank expression on my face, I had absolutely no idea who was coming off. In the meantime, the party is getting more and more exuberant over there. more and more joining in, twirling flags and scarves and shirts over their head. With 21 minutes left here at Wembley on BBC Radio Wales. England 3, Wales 0. If ever a group of supporters deserved a goal, it's those near 7,000.
They deserve a medal. 2016, I think they won the fans of the tournament.
Yeah.
It's just been wonderful ever since.
They're loud now. Imagine if Wales do get a goal. They'd blow the arch off this stadium.
The what?
The arch.
Oh, okay.
3-0 to England. And it's with Darlow. And De Silva, who will be the most relieved man in the entire stadium, knowing he doesn't have to mark Bukayo Saka anymore.
Yeah, for real.
Just Bowen.
We almost got to have some sort. We've got to join the fans, right? We've got to make it a bit lighthearted.
Oh man, get your top off.
Yeah. Homer Simpson comes to mind.
It's 3-0. Sam Vokes and Nathan Blake. I'll let you know if they join in.
Well, I used to have 8 amps, and now I've got one giant one. So it's a lot of hard work, that.
Maybe we've got 4 between us. Now this is Capaccio for Wales, and he's brought down, and it's a free kick. And it's, listen to that roar! It's almost as loud as if they'd scored. It's a free kick midway in the England half, and there's a yellow card in there as well. I think that might have been for Spence. The noise levels from those travelling supporters are increasing. It is indeed a yellow card for Jed Spence. So Brooks is standing over this. And if you're out on the field in red, how can you not be inspired by that sea of red over in the corner and the noise that they're making? Brooks floats it in. And there's a chance at the back post. Oh, that's a fantastic save. Diving header. It's still not away. It's Jordan James. It's blocked. It's still on the edge of the box. This is Brooks surrounded by White. And it's going to dribble towards the goalkeeper. That was a magnificent save from Jordan Pickford to deny Kiefer Moore. And that's encouraged those supporters even more over there. But that was arrowing in the bottom corner.
I think it was Chris Mepham actually coming around the back from the free kick. It was a great header. What you're taught, like Blakey said back at school, you're taught back across the goal, and he's tested Pickford, but Pickford showed his class there. It was a great save. He managed to clear the danger, but good to see some more pressure on from the England goal.
More and more torsos are appearing in that away end while Sam Vokes was talking. England have the ball meantime. Pickford will clear. And Gordon's got the freedom of the centre circle to bring it down for England. And Gibbs White's first touch out to Bowen, who scuttles infield. The West Ham United man who once upon a time had an unsuccessful trial at Cardiff City, one that got away for the Bluebirds. And this is Stones, midway in the Wales half. A little flick, attempted one through by Gordon. Cullen is then caught in possession. Spence hoovers it up, and this is Gahey on the halfway line to Rashford. Drills it crossfield. Bowen plucks it on his chest. Gibbs White with the rolled down socks is further down the line. Now it's back with the centre halves with Stones. Henderson, who's now got the armband on, finds Bowen wide right. Ledville the edge of the penalty area. Gibbs White to Bowen. Now they're inside the box and moving in, and the red shirts just about do enough to keep the white wave at bay.
And Jay De Silva thought he was going to have a quieter half an hour before Bowen come on.
Yeah, he's probably the worst one.
Be careful what you wish for, Jay.
Yeah.
All the noise though, that chanting is the Wales supporters. And that's curled in by England straight into the arms of Darlow. Gordon wants a penalty. as he was pulled back, he feels, in trying to get that. Well, if this is the atmosphere created by 7,000, just imagine what it's going to be like in Cardiff on Monday night for the big one against Belgium, which we will bring you live here on BBC Radio Wales. And there's 2 more Wales substitutes about to come on. Lewis Koumas and Mark Harris. As Wales get a free kick, Cullen is fouled. And here comes the number 9 and number 18, and it's Kiefer Moore. And it's Brennan Johnson, which perhaps is no surprise.
I have to say the big man's put a shift in tomorrow, isn't he? You know, he's worked tirelessly, spent probably more time in his own final third defending than he did attacking the opponents.
Yeah, been a frustrating night for him, as you say. It's been a lot from a defensive shape. I probably thought we might have to deal with that tonight, but I think we touched on it before, and I think we can use him a lot more to our advantage, because he's such a powerhouse in that striking position for us, that number 9 focal point.
Don't Take Me Home rings round Wembley Stadium. The 2016 anthem. And we've got one of the heroes in the commentary box of that tournament, Sam Vokes, with us here on BBC Radio Wales.
Amazing. Hearing that ring out around Wembley at 3-0 down, you can't beat it, right?
This is Cullen. It might be 3-1 in a moment. Brooks, lovely ball with the outside of the boot, and the header's just over the crossbar from Harris. Really good opportunity for Wales. Great ball in by Brooks, and Harris so close to his first Wales goal.
Yeah, it's got to score. It's as simple as that. Beautiful ball, Brooks, outside of the foot. Just wraps it around, bends it around. I'm not sure what Harris is complaining about. Maybe a corner, but got to get above that and put that down. Got to score.
Yeah, it's a great chance.
As that.
Great chance. First touch since he's come on, and centre of the goal, 6 yards out. Yeah, he's done really well actually. He's bumped the defender beforehand. He's got to keep it down, hasn't he?
A sumptuous ball though by Brooksy. I was at the shoulder as well, so he's mistimed it. Head and shoulder, I think.
The attendance has just been put up on the 2 giant colour scoreboards at either end. 78,126, which is slightly more than the last time Wales came here with fans in 2011. That was a narrow 1-0 defeat. Robert Earnshaw missed a great chance late on for Gary Speed's team then.
That's why you remember it, because he only doesn't miss chances. Great goal scoring record.
But no Welsh player has scored against England on this stadium since February 1983. Ian Rush.
Who else, really? The king of the ring.
Who is in the crowd, I'm told, this evening.
Seen him a few times on the screen.
Wonder if he's got his top off as well with those Wales supporters. It's 3-0 England. Wales have been vastly improved after half-time. Back to Darlow. He's able to come out of his penalty area and place a dangerous pass to Sheehan, right under pressure from Loftus-Cheek, who stands over the fallen Wales player, but the referee does give Craig Bellamy's side
kind of manhounded
free kick,
didn't he?
He did, but if I'm Sheehan in the middle of the pitch, I'm not sure I want to be receiving it under pressure from three England players. But
this is Koumas down the other end, and he thinks England think he's dribbled it out, and the officials agree. So it's a throw-in in front of the travelling Wales supporters, as plenty of England fans are heading home. We are entering the final 11 minutes as England make another change. John Stones off, Miles Lewis-Skelly on. More and more red seats appearing in the majority of this stadium. No one in that away end is going anywhere, I can tell you that for certain. As Lewis-Skelly comes on to win his 5th England cap. Stones winning his first under Thomas Tuchel this evening. Another reminder that the Belgium game is coming up on Monday, live on BBC Radio Wales. On Saturday we've got more live football. Newport County away to Accrington will be live from Radio Wales Sport at 2 o'clock. Nathan Blake will be there. And then from 5, Scrum 5 live on the radio. Glasgow against the Dragons in the URC, all covered here on Radio Wales Sport, your team for Welsh sport. This is Bowen for England on the halfway line, racing forward looking for Gordon, and he's found him. Gordon into the box, and what a last stitch tackle that is coming in. Superb work from Roden, and it's out for a throw on this near side.
Yeah, great defensive tackle there from Roden. He's made a couple of important tackles this game, made a good one in the first half as well. I think you can always rely on him. He gives everything, doesn't he? Leaves everything out there.
Warrior, isn't he?
He's a warrior, yeah. And you can see it on his face when he plays as well. And I think a big thing for us and Wales tonight is keep that clean sheet in the second half. Try and take a positive out of this game.
Scotland are ahead now against Greece at Hampden Park. That's a qualifier. Scotland edging towards qualification. England in their group cruising in Group K with 5 wins out of 5. They've not even conceded a goal. And the situation in Wales's group is a 3-horse race between North Macedonia, Belgium and Wales. For a slip by Capaccio, and Gordon's in the box here, and he curls it wide of the post. Plenty of bodies in the way. It's a goal kick.
Surprised at the amount of red seats that have appeared, Mark. England fans.
Do you know how long the queue is on Wembley Way?
The Wales fans aren't bothered by that. They're going partying still.
I think they'll stay here all night if they can. The way they've been enjoying themselves. We must repeat, it is 3-0 to England. But as you both said earlier, you wouldn't know which set of fans supports the team that are 3-0 down. They're leaving in their droves now, the England supporters. England in possession, leading by 3-0. All the damage done in the first 20 minutes. Well, this is Gibbs-White towards the edge of the box, stopped by Mepham. Harris, who's had Wales's best chance, holds it up, and now it's Sheehan, and they've worked it well. Capaccio, Brooks in space in front of us on this near right, cuts in from Lewis Skelly. Capaccio takes over, back to Brooks. 3 red shirts to aim at in the penalty area. It's low and it's left by Harris. England tow it away, Wales get it back, and this is Kumas into the penalty area, and Wales win their first corner of the game in the 83rd minute, and they'll take it in front of that raucous away end.
Yeah, good work from Wales there. Let's keep the ball regenerating and take it around both sides of the pitch. And very positive from Lewis Kumas, which is what we want to see. It excites me when I see him in the Wales shirt, and I want to see that kind of positive attack and play from him.
So Brooks will take 2 arms in the air from that far side, which is Wales's left. Every English player is in the penalty area to defend. Outswinger from Brooks, looking for Roden, who does get his head on it, but it loops harmlessly wide for a goal kick to England. England go to Latvia on Tuesday. Mentioned the Belgium game, of course, on Monday. After that, Wales then go to Vaduz to play Liechtenstein on November the 15th, before finishing Group J back in Cardiff on November the 18th against North Macedonia. All those games will be live on BBC Radio Wales. Elsewhere in qualifying, Austria have got 10 against San Marino, and 6 for Denmark in Belarus. Scotland still lead Greece by 2-1. This is a friendly with 6 minutes remaining. England leading Wales by 3-0. Spence, who switched sides since the introduction of Lewis Skelly, and Pickford's able to walk out of his penalty area to collect that loose ball. Gahey strolling, England in no rush and seemingly no desire to score more. They've got a big game as well to save their legs for. Rashford finds Gordon. It's all inside the England half. Gahey takes over. Now they get over the halfway line. Loftus-Cheek. And in the centre circle is Konsa, who's now playing at centre half after the departure of John Stones. England hogging the ball. 5 minutes remain. We're on air until 10 o'clock. We'll analyse what we've seen and hopefully bring you some reaction. Anything we don't bring you, Redwell's Breakfast tomorrow morning from 7 o'clock with Ollie Hides and Catherine Helle. Wonderful noise from the Wales fans as England attack. It's Bowen who stopped over on the far side. Jordan James is fouled. I just thought I should stay silent there.
I thought exactly the same.
Let them finish. That was wonderful. The stars of the show tonight has been the Red Wall. It's with Darlow, who's walking around the middle of the Wales half. This has long not been ended as a contest.
Yeah,
no one wants to get injured now.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I mean, it's been better the last 15 minutes since the substitutions, but I think it's more of a case of England have really sat off. Both teams have made substitutions. We've probably, adjusted better than they have, but at the same time, England are playing in second gear.
This is Bowen into Spence. It's all on the corner of the Wales penalty area before Jordan James is able to lead it away and get a throw across from us. More and more red seats appear in the Wembley crowd. There's 78,000 to start with. There's certainly not that now. And by my watch, we have 3 minutes remaining at Wembley. The long wait for a win on this ground is going to continue. The long wait for a Wales goal scorer looks like it's going to continue, unless someone can write their name into the history books in what remains of this match. What will Craig Bellamy take from this, even if it does finish at 3-0, Nathan and Sam?
Well, I think what Sam said earlier, if you keep it 0-0 in the second half, that's a positive. But like I just mentioned, Mark, I think that it's more down to England have stopped pushing and are just sort of cruising, trying to see the game out, taking a 3-0. And it's a friendly, and both teams have games to come, which are more important. So I think Craig will lean on the positive of the 0-0 second half if it remains that way, because really and truly that's the only thing we can take out of the game that's positive, I think.
Yeah, 100%. And I think it has been a better performance this second half. We have had spells on the ball, which we're having currently, and hoping to get something out of it. But I think the frustration will lie that very early on we gave away goals that were avoidable. When you come to these sort of places and you come to these big nations, you want to make them work for the goals. You don't want to give away goals in the first place, but if they do, you want to make them work hard for it. And set pieces and second phase set pieces is always a frustration one. And we found ourselves 2-0 down before we even got started in the game, really.
Yeah, you'd say sometimes you come out cold, or a boxer comes out cold and he gets beaten for the first 2 or 3 rounds. It was like that. It was like they were still in the dressing room, Wales. It didn't react to anything. And you'd think with the magnitude of the game, then their senses would be really heightened. They'd be first to everything, but they weren't even second to everything. They were just switched off at times.
Yeah, and that's where the frustration will lie, I'm sure. And they'll debrief it, they'll go back in, look at it tomorrow, but we haven't got long, because we've got a quick turnaround then to Monday. Obviously, eyes will all turn to that now, but knowing Craig as we do, he won't let this slide. they'll go over the positives, they'll go over the negatives, and look to adjust those, because very similarly to England, a huge nation in Belgium, and they've got some very good quality as well.
You haven't missed anything while Nathan and Sam were talking. All played in the middle third of the field, and it's now an England throw, and the board for added time is about to go up as England go long looking for Rashford. 3-0 the home side lead. Thomas Tuchel scours, wasn't he? He was not happy. Long ball forward, it was nowhere near him as Jordan James leads the Wales attack. Is there something to shout about in 3 minutes of stoppage time as Koumas comes into the penalty area and wins a corner? Can Wales finish with a flourish at Wembley?
Been very positive this last 10-15 minutes. Blake touched on it. And I touched on it when he came on, Lewis Koumas. I want to see him doing this more often and getting at defenders and causing trouble, because he can be a huge threat for us, I think. A massive impact player coming off the bench when he grows into that position.
Corner again from the far left in front of those Wales supporters. Again, it's Brooks. This time it's floated high and it's headed back across goal to the edge of the penalty area. Sheehan's there, and it's a free kick, a handball against Josh Sheehan. It was a teasing ball from Brooks, tempted Pickford to come for it, and he stayed on his line. And nearly a minute of the 3 to be added has been and gone. As Bellamy watches that back on the monitor he's got on the bench. And England are in no hurry to take this. It hasn't been quite the history we were hoping for. But Monday was always going to be the more important game. And no one will be thinking about this if the men in red can get the job done in Cardiff on Monday. Konsa out to Spence, all inside the England half as Morgan Gibbs-White wriggles away from Mepham. Just over a minute left. England just happy to exchange passes. Both sets of players, you feel, are just happy for this game to finish now. Henderson eventually goes forward looking for the run of Bowen, who heads into the path of Rashford, and the referee gives Wales a free kick. Bowen with an illegal leap.
I think he jumped into a Welsh player. It seemed a bit harsh.
I'm not sure, but we'll take it.
And another hospital pass to Josh Sheehan, and again he wins a free kick. Final 30 seconds.
Rashford was lined up to hit a fourth there, so yeah, take it.
Now Thomas Tuchel and Bellamy have shared a joke on the touchline. Last attack perhaps, it's long, looking for Cullen. Pickford's come all the way out of his penalty area to clear. And Jay De Silva's underneath it on the halfway line, so too is Mepham. And Jordan James plucks it out of the sky. Referee puts his whistle to his lips and blows the final whistle. Wales's long wait for a win at Wembley continues, but it was damage limitation after they were blown away in the first 20 minutes. 3 unanswered England goals, and that's how it finishes. But the away support magnificent in the second half despite the scoreline, and all roads now lead to the Cardiff City Stadium on Monday. All foes Belgium await, and this has always been the big fixture of this window. The World Cup hopes hinge on a positive result against Kevin De Bruyne and co. Here at Wembley, Declan Rice and co have blown Wales away. It finishes under the arch on Wembley Way, England 3, Wales 0.